about the hypocrisy and think about the contradiction.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
On the keyboard, right? Just wait a second, and I just want you to think about what she says in this question, the next question, and think about the hypocrisy and think about the contradiction and how she contradicts herself, right? So listen, what are your values and are you true to them? And she said, values, morals, and what I believe go hand in hand. I will name some of them, although not all of them. Value life and the right to live, whether you want it or not. So in my opinion, abortion is murder. And before I get into the discussion as to why this is bullshit, before I just say anything about on my opinions, this is the next question that she got. Do you believe children are not for everyone? What is your opinion on people who force parenthood on others? And she says, I believe not everyone is meant to be a parent. As for people urging others to be parents, it shows how ignorant they are. Why would you want murderous or selfish people to be parents, even if they aren't murderers? Sometimes saying, I just don't feel like having kids is enough. Do you see the contradiction? Shit's not consistent. Shit's not adding up. This is a little rant, and I'm sorry, but as a gay woman, as a woman, and a gay woman who has been a part of the minority, similar to me, similar to millions of people out there, if you are part of the minority, you know what it feels like for someone who's part of the majority to come round and tell you, this is the way you need to live your life. What you are doing is wrong. So now, how can you not stand up for us to have the complete control of our own body? You know what it feels like. Please don't tell me what I need to do with my body. Once again, acknowledge that your childhood was traumatic. You acknowledge that your eating disorder and the way you cope with things now stems from your traumatic childhood. You also acknowledge that your parents, as you say, weren't meant to be parents. So now you are saying that you would be happy to take the responsibility of knowing that someone kept a child and then that child has gone through all of the same things and life experiences as you have, and then that's okay?
I only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to get right to it. Second trimester D&E abortions perform between roughly 14 and 24 weeks of gestation. Your patient today is 17 years old. She's 22 weeks pregnant. Her baby is the length of your hand plus a couple of inches. And she's been feeling her baby kick for the last several weeks. She's asleep on an operating room table. You walk into that operating room scrubbed and gowned, and after removing laminaria, you introduce a suction catheter into the uterus. This is a 14 French suction catheter. If she were 12 weeks pregnant or less, basically the width of your hand or smaller, you could basically do the entire procedure with this. But babies this big don't fit through catheters this size. After suctioning the amniotic fluid out from around the baby, you introduce an instrument called the Sofer clamp. It's about 13 inches long. It's made of stainless steel. The business end of this clamp is about 2.5 inches long and a half inch wide. There are rows of sharp teeth. This is a grasping instrument. When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. A D&E procedure is a blind abortion, so picture yourself introducing this and grabbing anything you can blindly and pull, and I do mean hard, and out pops a leg about that big, which you put down on the table next to you. Reach in again, pull out an arm about the same length. Which you put down on the table next to you, and use this instrument again and again to tear out the spine, the intestines, the heart, and lungs. Head on the baby that size is about the size of a large plum. Can't see it, but you pretty good idea you got it if you've got your instrument around something and your fingers are spread about as far as they go. You know you did it right if you crush down on the instrument and white material runs out of the cervix. That was the baby's brains. Then you can pull out skull pieces. And you have a day like I had a lot of times, sometimes a little face comes back and stares back at you. Congratulations, you just successfully performed a second trimester D&E abortion. You just affirmed her right to choose.